Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drug Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly.
I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are all of you doing out there? I hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday, Monday, whatever day this is that you're watching this. Happy day to you.
Happy day to you, whatever day it is, whether you're watching it the day that this came out or if you're watching it later. You're watching it years later and you're just like, because you're just now getting into Righteous Gemstones and you've heard about this really great podcast about these two handsome black devils who are talking about it.
You're very strange.
Welcome.
You're a very strange person if you're watching this years from now. But we appreciate you.
Whatever your podcast journey is, we're happy that you're here because we're excited to talk about episode 5 and 6 of the Righteous Gemstones season 3. A lot of stuff's happening in these last 2 episodes, and we got another flashback episode. We get a flashback episode every season, and this one was a fun one. Before we get into the nitty gritty, what were your initial thoughts on these last 2 episodes?
Thoughts. Let's see here. Well, my initial thoughts were, damn, this kid sounds just like Danny McBride. It's
Right?
weird. Is this Danny McBride's son? Did I look that up? No.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I was way too curious. He is not Danny McBride's son, but yeah, it is uncanny how well he.
Clearly, this kid grew up a Danny McBride fan. I refuse to believe that someone's just walking around life and just sounding like Danny McBride. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's a very particular mannerisms and stuff like that. That's why we love the guy. And yeah, it's very weird. Now I gotta go watch everything that this kid's been in to see is he just
Has
an
he been in
incredible actor?
anything else?
He's been in some stuff. I forgot already, but I was like, okay, he's been in some stuff that doesn't look too unwatchable. So yeah, because you never know. It's like when somebody finally gets their big break, which this is like a big thing for him.
Yeah, is Unwatchable the new show that we're doing?
Unwatchable, because then I think we would lose our mind. We're already losing our minds, so it doesn't hold up. If we watch unwatchable movies all the time, oh my god,
We don't actually have to watch some of them. We don't even need to watch them. Get through a quarter of it and just be like, whoa. It just gives you more respect for the Mystery Science Theater or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, gosh.
Gives you way more respect for them. Boy.
Yeah, they were doing the Lord's work.
They were watching so many bad movies.
Yeah. These last 2 episodes were really good. I definitely enjoyed them, and especially like the kid actors who played the younger versions of everyone, especially. The Amber. I think this is our first time seeing young Amber.
This is our first time seeing young Amber. That is correct.
Yeah, she was good, and the actress who plays young Judy, she's always great. Doesn't embody Edie Patterson in the same way, but it's still,
I think she does.
Still awesome. Oh yeah, you think so?
Definitely. She says the same. I don't know. You probably don't notice it. She says the same things, same mannerisms. Like she definitely says. She's definitely Judy.
Yeah. She's really, really good. But let's talk about the episode 5 first. Interlude 3. In 2000, the Gemstones faced scandal after falsely predicting a 2K doomsday while selling buckets of survival supplies. In high school, Judy is traumatized after her crush Trent cuts off her hair, and Jesse is introducing his new girlfriend Amber to the family. Lot of things going on in this flashback episode. But you get
cousins hanging out with cousins.
That's right. That
was not the first cousins party. Episode 4 was not, or episode 3 was not the first cousins party.
Yeah, they've been doing cousins nights for
cousins
quite some
nights
time.
was happening all the time.
Yeah, and this Y2K scandal, I thought that was like an interesting way of getting into like their past, because I don't think but it's crazy.
Why don't you explain to the people what Y2K was, Alex?
Well, I'm not gonna do that.
Y2K was people thinking the world was gonna end.
Yeah, basically.
And people were stupid.
Every once in a while,
the world was going to end because computers weren't going to be able to compute mathematically 2,000. That was what it was.
Yeah, they thought that all the computers weren't going to be able to count to zero, or maybe they weren't able to, but then they fixed it. I don't know the whole story behind it.
Yeah, who cares who about the fixing part? We're just talking about the crazy part.
But same thing happened. 2012 when I was rolling around, everybody thought the world was going to end. Yeah, but we'll see what the next doomsday number is. Yep. But a lot of people were making money off of scared religious individuals back then, and it turns out the Gemstones were one of those people.
Yeah, man.
Apparently
they weren't as rich as they are now until that happened.
You gotta make a man's gotta make a living, honest or dishonest. What did you think?
A man's gotta make an honest, dishonest living. Or is it an honest, dishonest? A dishonest, honest living.
Yeah. One or the other. I mean, I guess they mean the same thing.
No.
An honest, dishonest
living.
Put
words in different places. They mean different things.
Okay. But what did you think of this? This, because we've been trying to speculate what it made the Montgomerys so mad at the Gemstones. It seemed like they already had a chip on their shoulder before any of this stuff happened.
Yeah, it seems like it had nothing really to do with the Gemstones themselves. Nehmeh is an overreactor and crazy ass bitch who was overpowering her husband, who was really just pretty cool. Seems pretty docile, just trying to chill, man. He was just reckon I just hang out with these Gemstones on the weekends and have some lemonade and some Sprite. That's the kind of life he was living. He wasn't worried about nothing. He was just trying to get a little extra with those Y2K buckets.
Yeah, that was one of the more surprising parts of the flashback is everything going on with Peters. And he seemed like he was a lot nicer. Right now, in the present day, he's obviously the more of the extremist character. He's more the actionably hateful towards the Gemstones. But back then he was like, your brother, he's just trying to help.
But it also explains why the kids hate Nehmeh, because she wouldn't take the money.
Right.
So Peter went to go rob a bank because Peter didn't have no money.
Yeah, and he
so
did not
Nehmeh drove him to rob a bank.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a funny yet sad scene.
Oh, you thought it was sad? I thought it was hilarious. In the back of my mind, all these people say nigga, so it's like when they in private. So I just don't even. They call Marvin nigga when they in the closet.
So he probably deserved to get shot in the face. So who knows?
Right. He probably did. At some point, he deserved to get shot in the face. Look, he was handling snakes as a preacher for a living. Yeah, got shot in the face. Let me tell you something. You don't believe in God. Don't start believing him because of that.
The snake worshiping stuff. I recently saw some videos on that stuff. It's those people. They're crazy. they're slap out of their mind.
Hey, I love it.
What?
I love it. I love watching it.
But yeah, then we got the whole storyline with Jesse and Amber and Judy, and I really like the scene between Judy and Jesse where they sort of confide in each other. What did you think about this bonding moment between them?
Judy and Jesse bonding forever and ever and evers. Both two crazy, bipolar, aggressive people, just codependent on each other. Codependent all up on each other. I thought it was hilarious, but it was sad at the same time. These two people are never going to figure it out. They have been trying to figure it out since high school, and they are still the same people.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Kelvin, poor Kelvin. He seems to have been terrorized by these two people his entire life, and he has no chance of actually succeeding as a human being. He seemed like he probably was the most likely to succeed for a good while.
Yeah, you can definitely see how...
Also, my MVP of this episode
who's
is
that?
Baby Kelvin. We talk a lot about the baby kids, like baby versions of these gemstones. But Baby Kelvin is the MVP. I hate going places with Judy. Especially the shopping mall.
Yeah, Baby Kelvin was really good.
She told me she cut my picture off. I told Mom and
Daddy. Baby Kelvin, yeah, he was really good. All these actors were
Don't remember
awesome.
your name, Baby Kelvin. Probably best child actor out there right now.
Yeah, he's excellent. And then later, Judy overhears Amy Lee and Eli. They're talking about their guilt about the whole Y2K bucket situation, because they never really believed the world was going to end. They're just trying to make some cash, and you sort of see that vulnerability between them. What did you think, first of all, with the Amy Lee gemstone? This is the first time we seeing her not really, acting moral. She feels bad about it, but...
No, it's not the first time we've seen it. We've seen it a few times, but we just don't see her, there was nothing... it's never hurt anybody. Now we're seeing it, actually hurt people. Mm-hmm. And it's like, whoa, now... But she feels dishonest, right?
Right.
Well, she also feels terrible about raising her kids terribly, but she's going to keep doing that too. So, I don't know what to feel about Amy Lee. I do know that everybody's in this episode, from this season, that had a flashback or part of the flashback. They're all the same except for Peter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Peter got shot in the face, and that'll change you.
Yeah, that'll change, man. Getting shot in the face, that'll change you in a lot of ways.
He ain't go to prison right after? Damn.
Oof. Yeah.
He's lucky to be out, though. He killed a fucking security guard. Shot him in the fucking head.
Yeah.
How did he get out of fucking prison, dog?
Whew. Yeah, he must have a really good lawyer or just good pigmentation. Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty wild, everything that happened with Peter, and gives you an idea of why he's so damn frustrated. And we'll then we getting into episode 6. What happens in episode 6? Threatened with blackmail, Judy turns to Amber for advice while Jesse goads BJ into a long simmering fight. There's a lot going on in this episode as well. There's a lot to catch up on since...
God damn, Wikipedia, y'all can do a better job of coming up with some goddamn descriptions.
Yeah, actually, Wikipedia don't have anything ready for this episode yet, so I had to just
that was
type
yours?
something up real quick. Well, actually, no, I know this is what I stole from... this is the IMDb description, which is just...
Goddamn, IMDb, fucking get your shit together.
As a despondent Kelvin tackles life without Keith, baby Billy works on bringing Jesse's miracle to life. Let's start with Judy's troubles, because that's where the episode starts out.
Amazing episode.
Yeah, this was a hilarious one. But also really sad. Judy's going through a sad situation.
Oh, I guess, Judy's shit is fucked up.
Yeah, she's going through a lot of emotions right now. Like, I got a lot of sad shit going in my life. What'd you say? I got a lot of sad shit going on in my life.
Yeah, my shit's fucked up right now. Everybody knows, it's okay.
She's crying because of us. Everybody knows women can't control their emotions.
It's like, I would disagree with you right now because fucking you guys are leaving and you're like all good now because compared to the way you came in here all fucked up and stuff. Like, I was like, yo, this is the weirdest family. This family is so fucking weird, dog. Like, they love each other, but they hate each other. Each other.
Yeah, just
they can quickly just
shit.
change into fucking killing each other instant. But we also get a fact, in the back of our minds, we do have to remember that these, the cousins, the Montgomery cousins, did steal a whole bunch of their shit, and they're lying out of their asshole about what the fuck their intentions are when they're leaving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it seems like they're lying to both sides because after Jesse gives them the Redeemer, the monster truck, they drive it back to compound. Peter asks them if they stole the Redeemer, and they're like, "Yep, stole it right from under their noses." But obviously they were giving it to them as a gift. So
yeah, it was a gift.
So they're probably feeling a certain way about treating their family this way, betraying their trust.
I'll tell you what way they're going to be feeling. At some point, they're going to be feeling bent over because they're going to be in prison, fucking stealing fucking stuff to implicate us into a fucking bomb. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's
you gotta pay for that. You going to jail or you get shot in the butt. Something.
It's gonna be an explosive next few episodes. I'm sure we got 9 episodes this season. It looks like so. We not a lot of time left to wrap things up.
Can you tell me who rollerblades with like skis?
Someone who's
ski
being
sticks. Who does that? I don't know what they're called. But who does that? Is that a thing? Am I out of touch?
I've seen some people walking with those before.
Yeah, I see people walking with them because you don't want to hurt yourself when you're hiking. But well, bro,
maybe he's got sensitive
when
knees.
You're running. When you're rollerblading, like you're rollerblading, cuz.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's a genius. Maybe he's never got to worry about picking up momentum. He's just got to worry about his arm strength.
You sound like him a little bit when you said that. Technically, some people think I'm a genius. All I do is pick up momentum, and I never stop. I never have to worry about bending my legs or possibly twisting my ankle. These things are important when you're a man of my stature in the church. I have to be ready at any time to help non-believers and believers alike to get acclimated and aquatically automated into. I lost all of those words. Trying to say words that are hard to say when you've been drinking.
Persidus runs in my mom's side of the family. But he's sort of in a rough spot. He's sad because obviously Judy was unfaithful, and he gets some really bad advice from the family later on to just take some brass knuckles and go whip this dude's ass.
Unfortunately, he was not taught what to do after you punch somebody. He was only taught what to do, how to engage into a fight. He wasn't taught how to actually fight. Sad story.
Yeah, didn't
he needed some heavier. He needed some heavier brass knuckles.
Yeah, yeah, and maybe just another weapon also.
Like a gun. That was the only thing that kept him from getting his ass whooped as bad as he did.
Yeah, but maybe he just needed those lumps. If you don't go into a fight unless you
needed those lumps.
Get punched in the face.
He definitely needed those lumps. You know why? Because he could have did what he did to end the fight. He could have did it the entire time, right? Mm-hmm. He could have just been mashing dudes in the nuts the whole time. But he was trying to run like a little bitch.
Right.
And then dude jumped in and put his nuts all on his head, all on his neck. That's nasty, dog. I would have hit you in the nuts right after that. Are you going to put nuts on me? Well, we going to be just punching nuts. Kicking nuts.
Yeah, he definitely let his arrogance get better of him. I forgot that character's name.
Steven. Oh, no. Yeah, BJ. And then Steven. Steven was fighting him.
Steven, yeah, Steven, he let his arrogance get the best of him. He's like, I'm gonna drag this guy out on my lawn,
butt naked.
It's like there's children out in the lawn. It's like you need to chill out, dude.
Let me ask you a question. If you're in BJ's situation and everything that happened to you when you got outside happened, everything that happened to him up until he got outside happened to you.
Okay.
And you wake up, dude sprayed you.
Yeah.
And you kick him in the nuts. And you whoop his ass.
Yeah.
You look around. Are you gonna start crying? Are you gonna start crying? Or what are you gonna do? If the answer is no, what would you do?
I would. That's a very good question. After all that, I would probably be so full of adrenaline that I wouldn't cry until later. I would put something over this man's like genitals, just so he's not.
No, fuck that, dog. You know? My wife just paid your wife $500,000. I'm whooping your ass. And
it's more for the neighborhood.
I'm not crying for the. Oh, you mean
the cloth over the?
I'm not putting the cloth over him. I'll put some leaves over his nasty naked ass. I ain't trying to see that. I'll shave his head and fucking. Yeah, that's what I would have did. Shave his head and then put the head shavings on top of his little bush, his little junk.
Yeah, that would just take too much.
Speaking of head shaving, we gotta go back to episode 4 where young Jesse.
Yeah, that's right. Young Jesse
shows up to get revenge for his sister Judy, and slaps the shit out of the bully Trent. And
I forgot about that.
Pulls down his pants and smacks him on the ass after he fucking shaved his head in front of everybody in band class.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was great.
Wearing a FUBU jacket. Like, what the fuck, dog? This shit was
ski
crazy.
Mask. Yeah. It was a great moment because I mean, one, it was hilarious, but you really get that, you know, he cares about his sister. They really do have a love for each other, even though this whole season was about how they don't get along and how that doesn't really seem like there's any love connection between them. But you see in this episode, little moments between all of them, even with baby Kelvin, where they actually care about each other.
Yeah, like, clearly Jesse loves his family. Like, clearly they all love each other. It's just when faced with adversity, it's just like Judy said in episode 4, like, when faced with some adversity, they just, something warm inside of them just takes over and they just fucking lose it. Like, they don't know how to actually deal with their issues because they've never been taught to take responsibility for their own actions. So here they are, being petulant children trying to keep it together. But at least Jesse in episode 5 was able to admit that they're unable to get it together. This is why he tried to bring hologram mama back.
Yeah. In episode 6, it's
or episode 6.
It is
whatever episode we did,
whichever ones. It was because I think that I'm pretty sure I predicted that they were going to, like, that the hologram was going to bring the church together, bring the family together. That did not happen.
No, I don't remember you saying that, but you probably definitely said that, and yeah, it did not happen. Shit. Fucking Eli started busting out crying as soon as it happened.
Oh man, yeah, I thought he was about to have a heart attack or something. I was really scared for Eli.
Yo, Uncle Baby Billy killed this fucking episode. He's only in it for a little bit of time. He suggests that he should become the mentor for Jesse Gemstone. Jesse turns him down and he says, "Just calm the fuck down. That's my first piece of advice for you. I'm gonna mentor you. You gonna just need to calm the fuck down." No?
I could tell just the way that scene was edited and the way they did their back and forth, that was like improv.
That was improv, and I don't know how much they edited out of that one. That was probably like he told. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. They have so many good ones together. Uncle Baby Billy could not be in this entire fucking, like, they didn't have to have him in this entire show, but that just shows you that they had to have him in this show. Walton Goggins had to be in this fucking show. There was no way they were gonna do it without him, but they could have. You could tell there's ways that they could have just not had him in.
Yeah, definitely. He adds just so much of the dynamic to the family. Because everybody has, like, a sort of, like you say, fuck up in the family, or someone who just can't. It always seems like the world is shitting on them.
It's like if you got nice speakers, people out there got nice speakers, nice TVs, but then you get that surround sound. You're like, oh, okay, we listening to it different. Okay, you know, you got nice speakers in your car sounds great, but you put in them subs in the back. You're like, oh, okay. Uncle Baby Billy is the sub. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Baby Billy is the sauce on top. He's the whipped cream. He's the cherry on top.
Yeah, I was kind of sad that we didn't get a little bit of him in last flashback, but I guess they was already excommunicated at that point.
Yeah, he wasn't really. Yeah, he wasn't. He couldn't be around. He can't be a strange Uncle Baby Billy if he's around all the time.
Yeah, that's a good point. It wouldn't really work. But yeah, what did you think of Eli's reaction to the hologram, and what do you think is gonna happen next?
We were watching it and we said, yeah, he ain't gonna like that. You know what I'm saying? So we predicted. Well, we weren't really shocked by that.
Yeah,
but I was like. So I did think it was hilarious how he basically destroyed it. like, and I do find it interesting that him and his sister have like completely, basically at this point, they have completely like bonded.
Oh, Jesse and Judy?
No, Eli.
Oh, and Eli and Nehmeh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem like they're on the same page now.
By the way, please, people out there, don't name your child Nehmeh. Let that die with a generation that's passed.
Yeah, that's
no more Nehmehs, okay? We're going to all agree we love each other. In the future, this video will have millions of views. And we're all going to work together to make sure nobody naming their child Nehmeh, right? Okay, we agree. High five.
Yes. And may all of Nehmeh's kids not be Nehmehs.
Man, them Nehmeh's kids. I can't be fucking with Nehmeh's kids. Y'all gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, but speaking of Nehmeh's kids, what do you think they're going to be doing in the next couple of episodes? Do you think there's going to be war? There's going to be a war.
I don't know, man. It's like, who have we seen? You know what? I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is we haven't seen the stunt kid's son in a while.
Yeah,
so I'm expecting him to come back this next episode. Steven's probably going to not be gone. He's probably the real big bad of this season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Peter is really just like kind of a fucking blubbering idiot. You know what I'm saying? He's really just like a centerpiece that we look at for a while until they show the real guy, which like at the last one was the last season. It was the what were their names?
Eric Andre.
It was Eric Andre, but I couldn't remember the names of the characters.
The listens.
The listens. Ha! Where are the listens? Yeah. Last year was the listens. So, and they thought it was the newspaper guy the whole time. Like, so, let's just see how this works out. I like it.
Yeah, it's been a great season so far. Doesn't have like that murder mystery element that's usually there, but it does still have some mystery of what's gonna happen.
Murders could happen.
Yeah,
there could be some murders that happens.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guns in this episode that we just saw.
Yeah, a lot of guns, a lot of explosives. Hey, it's not a gemstones party if someone is not liable to get murdered.
Ain't no party like a gemstones party till a gemstone fucking gets shot.
Guys, thank you for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos.
Like it right there.
Check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, Letterboxd, YouTube, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little trampoline somersaults.
Yes.
And may the force be with you.
We forgot to talk about Keith.
We did forget to talk about Keith. Oh, thanks.
We love you, Keith.
We love you.